Episode number 4?
Yeah, but this is like gonna be the only one that's going up on the channel so far because we lost 2 of them or 3 or whatever. We lost
I think 3.
Yeah, we lost 3 of them, which is
But-
unfortunate, but we might get them back and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess a little introductory is in order.
And no doubt.
Our old high school teacher was recently charged with prescription fraud for okay, let me start. Okay, yeah, he got charged with prescription fraud for writing himself scripts for painkillers, and apparently the police went to his home and he just turned himself in. He and his wife both turned himself in. The story goes, as far as I know, is that his wife had access to the local family practice, and she was tasked with like checking
The mail?
checking the mail,
That's
yeah.
what I read.
And she went in and stole some prescription pads, some doctor pads, and they've been writing themselves, prescriptions for painkillers.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fucking crazy because
It is crazy.
the guy, our old teacher, it's just almost, it's like you can't see that coming, but in a weird way, it's
like
not really. It's definitely shocking.
Yeah.
But if you'd have known this guy, like one of the nicest dudes,
Super nice dude.
super funny. I thought he was hilarious. I
yeah,
loved
me
his
too.
class.
I definitely the best social studies classes I took
Oh yeah,
in
definitely.
high school.
Also psychology. I don't know if you ever took psychology with
I
him.
didn't take psychology with
I actually
him, no.
took a whole bunch of. I think I took 2 or 3. I think I took almost all of he had to offer. So I was in his class quite a bit. I just thought that was crazy.
It is. It's like you wouldn't expect that from him, but it's like at the same time, it's like, I mean, it's surprising, but it's not unbelievable. You know what I mean?
I think it's interesting because you get to see like his vice, and
Yeah.
it's exposed now. And I don't know. It's always interesting catching getting a shade of someone you've never
Exactly. It's like
experienced before.
It's like seeing a teacher outside of school, but this is like
I imagine seeing a teacher at a bar or something,
Yeah.
something interesting like that. But of course, this is absolutely next level.
Yeah.
And the fact that he got fucking caught for prescription fraud.
That's pretty crazy.
It is, and I think I told you a little bit about this, but I remember in class one day, he injured himself, and he got prescribed. As far as I know, he was prescribed hydrocodone. Now I don't know if that was him writing himself that, because I have no idea how long this has been going on.
I don't think it must be pretty recent. I feel like
Think so?
I feel like if it happened when we were in high school, he wouldn't have gotten caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if it
'cause
would have
that's
happened then,
yeah.
he would
That was
have
a
gotten
while
away
ago.
with it. Yeah.
But yeah, he was he had a hydrocodone, and he had him right on his desk too, which is surprising.
Damn.
But I guess in a small school we went to, it's
Yeah.
safer. Definitely not a larger school. I mean,
No.
my graduating class was 51.
Yeah.
So only a couple hundred people are in that school, and it's also very tame.
I mean, he also probably was in that room most of the. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
He probably sat in that room for 3/4 of the time he was at work. So.
Yeah. But yeah, he was talking about how much he loved them. He was like, "Ooh, these hydrocodones are making me a little loopy. They're fun." And I was just like, "Oh yeah, they are fun." I remember him I think he might have left the room one time. I saw the prescription bottle on his table. I was like, "Oh man, I could but I definitely won't."
Yeah, I mean that's like.
That is.
They got cameras in those rooms and shit.
Do they?
I think so.
I don't think they do.
You don't think so?
I don't think at all.
I think they definitely do in the hallways.
They do in the hallways,
I
man.
assume that
but-
they did in the
Because I remember
classrooms, too.
I don't think they always had those black bulbs in the hallways. I think they installed
they
those recently.
I think
You
they
don't think-
had them.
I guess I might have not
I
paid
remember
attention.
seeing them when I was in elementary school. In
Oh,
the
really?
Elementary school building.
But I don't remember seeing any in classrooms.
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
I
It
just remember the
seems to me
hallways.
it's like, why would they put them in hallways but not in classrooms? But I guess I don't really have a direct memory of seeing them in classrooms either.
I don't know. And honestly, they sometimes those could even they might not even be real.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I mean that's just fucking crazy. I mean, he's looking at it looks like a possibility of 20 years, and was the fine 200 or not?
It was $20,000 or 20 years in jail.
So, like, he could pay 20,000 and not go... Like, is that bail?
No, that's not... Bail's different. I think it's like... It gets ruled on by a court. And it's not even...
Yeah.
I don't even think it's necessarily one of those things. I think that's, like, the two max penalties are a $20,000 fine and or 20 years in prison, but I definitely don't think they're both going to see prison. Maybe one of them might, like... The way the story read to me was that it was like his wife did it and he just went along with it, kind of. Because like she was the one who had access to the practice.
Yeah, she's the one who stole the prescription pads.
But like, however, like
whoever wrote them.
Yeah, that's also true. Is like
now, what is the charge with like? I don't know if it's breaking and entering, but like you're definitely. Well, can it be called trespassing if she was given a key? No, I don't think. She had access, but she definitely stole.
Yeah, not breaking and entering, but I mean, she did steal, and it's like theft is probably they probably won't like hit her with theft, but it's because like she committed a much larger crime, you know?
Right.
Like prescription fraud.
Right.
And I don't know. I mean, maybe we should go to women's prison. I don't know, but I think since they're like two middle-aged like teachers, white people with like no, I mean, I don't know.
In a very small town,
and like they're probably have no criminal records at all or anything.
Oh yeah, I'd be surprised.
I'm guessing it's gonna fuck up their lives for sure, but like the kids, that would suck if their kids got taken away. But like
that would suck.
I mean, I don't know if you're committing prescription fraud. Like
you're
either a drug dealer or you're a drug addict.
What a high risk, low reward thing.
Yeah.
You know that like you think like I guess you think he is a drug addict. That I mean they went to such lengths to get. That.
My initial thought was that they weren't, because I can't really see them being drug addicts. But I also, I don't know. I'm like,
yeah,
that's the thing.
I haven't seen them in years.
Exactly. But it's like, so my initial thought was like, oh, they must have like just done it to sell them, because you can make a fuckload of money selling. But it's like,
right. But who are they going to be selling to?
That was just gonna follow up with that. It's like who are like two like high school, middle school teachers gonna sell? I mean.
Yeah.
Students,
they're both teachers. Right?
I'm sure they did not. So they must have been taking them.
Yeah. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind they were both taking them. Because like, I don't think because if they weren't selling them because they both have jobs. They both have careers. I don't feel like they need a few extra $100. I don't think they'd be able to justify that. Which kind of brings me to my next point. I don't know if they're drug addicts. Because I just like it's hard to wrap your head around that because unless they're very high functioning, I don't know. I think what it might be is like they don't have access to drug dealers as a thing, and they could just been like a kind of a fun little like a risky little thing they did. I don't know. It's extremely risky.
I mean, it probably also seemed like you had the keys to a place. Presumably, she's like friends with the people who owned it or something.
Yeah,
it's like she has some sort of connection. It's like, oh, like there's just a prescription pad there. Like, it seems pretty low risk, I would imagine.
Yeah.
However, writing your own prescriptions,
that's
high risk.
I don't know. Then you gotta like take it to the pharmacy or something.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of chinks in the chain where things can fail. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like that initial stealing of it maybe is probably like the easiest part. It's like then you gotta. I don't know how the fuck to write a prescription.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I wonder how they even did that in the first place. And isn't it mostly electronic nowadays? Every time I get a prescription, it's always like through a computer. I never get pads.
I don't think I've ever actually been like given a prescription.
No, yeah, that seems like an old thing. And well, it said one of the reasons why they got caught was because one of the bullet points was that the prescription pads were like from 2006 or something like that. They haven't used those in years.
That's pretty suspicious.
Yeah, that's very suspicious. And I feel like I just don't understand the risk because I feel like if you just kind of randomly got a prescription and you brought it in, you feel like the pharmacy would contact them or something just to confirm it.
Yeah.
And especially when it's that small, like a little family practice, you would assume that like it'd be much easier to get caught than like a big kind of or like a big
like the Iowa City Hospital.
Yeah, something like a transit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't think they'll see prison time?
I think at most I mean, I can't say because I'm not a professional, and I also don't know
Yeah.
the whole story. But what I would estimate is that maybe the wife will go to prison because she actually
Seems like
stole.
the
But I guess they
main
both
person.
wrote the prescriptions probably, and
It's
like,
funny because on the article, like the first picture is of him,
yeah,
which is very odd because it's like she stole them.
that was the thing is like somebody showed like Luke showed that to me, and I was like, oh, like holy fuck, and then I read it and I was like, that picture, like first of all, picture looks like a mugshot too. But it's like his wife's picture isn't like neither one of them are mugshots. Like
I think it honestly it looks like a school picture.
that's what I
like
thought
like a
too.
facility
Yeah,
thing.
exactly, like an ID picture.
Yeah,
So
an
it's
ID
like
picture.
the picture was just like of him, and was just like him, like he was like just like super like deadpan and like blank background, like that looks like a mugshot.
Yeah.
His wife's picture is just like her smiling and stuff. So it's like
Yeah, I would be
definitely
willing
a
to bet
school
that is a
picture.
school ID
Yeah.
photo.
But it's like very misleading.
Yeah, it is.
That's the press for you.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this all unfolds.
Oh, me too, dude. I'm pumped to talk to my mom about it.
Oh,
she'll,
yeah.
she'll have all the.
It's actually my mom's birthday tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to
Oh
her.
yeah.
But I just thought it was so funny. I was at work Friday, and I was just bored as all hell. I was getting out in like 20 minutes. Like, it's Friday. It's like 7:40, and I'm gonna get off at 8. I'm just like kind of dragging along, and then my brother texts me, and he's like, you remember Mr. So and So? And then I'm like, yeah. I assumed he was gonna say like, oh, he says hi or something. He says hi, like, how you doing? And then my brother goes, well, he was arrested for prescription fraud. And I was just like, holy fucking shit. And then he links me the article, and of course I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, dude.
Insanity.
That's pretty. Like Luke came into the kitchen, and he was like, "Did you guys hear about like Mister like
Yeah.
whatever?" And then we were like, "What? No." And then he handed Mitch his phone, and like Mitch was looking at it, and Mitch was like, "Oh fuck!" And then I was like, "All right, bitches, show me. Like, don't keep a secret now."
Yeah, no.
And my first thought, I'll be real, was got caught sleeping with a student. Not because he gives off
You
that
thought?
vibe. Not because I think that he would do that.
Yeah.
But it's like if somebody is gonna get. If somebody is going to get in trouble for something that is going to be like, oh, fuck, and they're like a teacher, and they're like, he's like a pretty young guy,
He's 34.
youngish.
I'm saying that's young.
That was like the first thing that came to my mind was like, ooh, sleeping with a student. But then I saw it, and I was like, that was more unbelievable. I was like, prescription fraud.
Yeah, holy shit, prescription
no.
fraud. Fucking A, man. Yeah, like, I hope he doesn't see prison time. I mean, like, it sounds like he just got really wrapped up in a bad thing and did some really stupid, like, he made some stupid decisions. No doubt in my mind, he absolutely regrets it. Like, he's not a bad person. That I don't think either of them. I've never met his wife, but I know the guy, not like extremely well, but like I would say,
yeah,
I can talk about him like I do. Oh, I mean, to some extent.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just like I feel like they can kind of play like the like we fucked up, like we made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Like it's like they're not like repeat offenders or anything, or presumably they're not. I mean, I don't know
doubt
for
it.
sure, but yeah, exactly. I don't think they are. So it's like I think they'll just be able to kind of get
A plea deal thing.
yeah, and like drug rehabilitation or something.
Well, and they turn themselves in when like I heard
Yeah.
through the article the police they came to their door or something asking questions and they just turned themselves in.
Yeah,
Like this shit's up kind of deal.
I think they'll be alright. I mean, not they probably won't be alright, but they're
Definitely gonna get fired.
Definitely get fired. Probably won't be able to be teachers anymore.
Yeah, I mean
that's like a scandal. I'll
I'll edit that out. Y'all didn't even hear that. But yeah, that was
a scandal for our small town.
Yeah, a scandal for our small town, our extremely small town.
So, if Mr. So-and-so won't do well in prison, if he has to go to prison, I'm not shit-talking the man.
You don't think he will?
That's a soft man. Like,
You know
what I'm saying?
That is a soft man.
Like, imagine him in a scenario with, like, cold-blooded killers and, like,
well, the thing is, I think if he
shit.
did see prison time, it'd be very minimum security.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So I think I'd be willing to bet you'd be fine.
Maybe not, dude. I've been watching Oz,
Yeah.
and if it's taught me anything, so you'll get killed in prison.
But yeah, like, it sucks because, hopefully their kids don't get taken away or anything like that. I mean, that would suck for them, definitely, but they really fucked up.
probably won't get taken away. I'm sure they go stay with their parents or something. Like
Yeah.
my aunt, or my cousin stayed with us for a while, and it was like, it's like,
Your cousin stayed with you for a while?
yeah, not with me, with my family. Back when I lived with my family.
Why? What
Do you
happened with
remember
that? No, I don't think I know though.
My aunt had I don't even know really the specifics. Some crystal meth involvement anyway,
Really?
and she got her daughter, it's my dad's sister, so my dad's niece and my cousin.
Yeah.
She just came and lived with us for 6 months, I think, or
Oh.
maybe a year.
What year was that?
I was a senior in high school.
Okay, so.
Or I think actually it started. I think she came to live with us not for Christmas, in springtime, and then I moved to college at the end of that summer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was right at the end of my high school,
Yeah.
and then I moved out halfway through of her living there.
I didn't even know about that.
Well, it was weird because it's man, a new and she's young. She's 10.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
not even 10. Then she was probably 7 or 8. Anyway, so it's this
What'd they tell her?
You
You living with your aunt for a while?
What?
Your aunt and uncle for a while? You living with your aunt and uncle for a while?
I think so. Yeah, she stayed with she stayed with different relatives for a little bit, and then she stayed with our parents until my aunt got her shit together and whatnot.
So what was the whole crystal meth deal?
I don't know. Didn't try to find out.
Yeah.
Not into family drama at all. Tried to stay away from it.
Yeah.
But I just think I know that she partied a bunch and stuff when she was younger, and she had some run-ins with the law and whatnot.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it was probably just that type of deal. She got caught with crystal meth or something, or
Really?
I don't know the specifics.
So you have a kid now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is everything going alright?
Yeah, things are.
Oh, okay.
Things are good, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since Christmas, but.
Oh yeah. But this goes back to the whole prescription fraud deal.
Mm-hmm.
If he is gonna lose his job. What he could do is start selling drugs. You could get some more. Yeah. Maybe work out the kinks this time. Maybe figure out how to get on the online deal.
Yeah, or something that's not
A little more sound.
Writing prescriptions from 2006 for yourself.
There were several bullet points. There wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't one thing where it's oh, this is how we slipped up. It was 7 things of how we found out. It's
Yeah.
the signatures didn't match, the handwriting didn't match. They're using pads from 2006, 2007. Just a whole bunch of red flags everywhere. And honestly, it surprises me how 2 educators could just do something so stupid.
Yeah.
I can't even follow because you know the guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem too dense.
No,
He taught me things.
Yeah.
About psychology too. He teaches psychology, which is I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, so that's that, I guess.
Probably not their forte. Crime is probably not their forte.
No,
it's
definitely not.
They probably didn't. I don't know. I think if I did that, I'd definitely do hella online research.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure you can look up online how to commit prescription fraud.
Yeah, you can do anything on the internet.
I was surprised at how I was all right, I'm gonna look up how to cook crack because I was writing a thing for school, and
because you are definitely not gonna cook crack though.
I do not cook crack. I stay away from drugs.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway. So I was I wonder, I was just kind of curious to see, how readily available this information is going to be.
I bet it was, right there.
It was, I, Googled it, and there were, thousands of results, and the first one was, a U.S. government, it was, a, .gov type deal. It was, this is, the DEA showing, how, what crack looks like and how you can cook it and, what the process is
Why is that? Why did they do that?
I have no idea.
That's fucking strange.
Yeah, it was weird. I was this is weirdly available information.
From the government. The government, a PDF on how to cook crack. I think it's funny, you're probably definitely on a watch list or something. An automated thing, just has probably hot word, buzzwords, something like that.
I didn't use my own personal computer, so...
You did not?
I used a computer at work.
That's funny. But yeah, yeah, I mean, you can honestly get anything on the internet. If you dig deep enough, you'll find, how to, get rid of a dead body or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure getting rid of a dead body is an easy thing to find online.
I wonder how many of them are foolproof. Probably not a whole lot.
I'd say there are probably very few foolproof.
I bet a lot of it's like
body
fiction.
disposal.
But a lot it's like fiction, spooky stories and all that.
Yeah.
People like to do that.
And like fucking people's like masturbatory fantasies about killing people and whatnot.
Yeah, or fucking like fake news articles.
Yeah.
So that seems like a trend nowadays, which is irritating.
Fake news articles.
Yeah, if you're not the Onion, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's just you don't need to do that. That's not funny. I don't get the punchline.
It's like, I feel like I'm not too into the news. I don't really pay attention to it. Not really my jam. I've read a few things on The Onion. It's like, they're like kind of funny. Don't really understand why it's a sensation. And I don't really see anybody being, it's like a funny news article. Like,
yeah, but like sometimes it's not even funny. It's just like,
exactly.
It's just entirely misleading. It's like, okay, what's the joke here? Is the joke you got me? It's like, okay.
Oh,
it's okay. You got me now. You probably spent a lot more time writing that than I did.
yeah.
Feeling
foolish.
Which
I read it.
Well, no one even knows. So it's like I didn't even feel foolish.
Yeah.
Mostly just irritated.
I saw pretty. I don't know. Just kind of caught my attention. I was at work, and I like just stream it online. Through,
not doing actual work.
Well, that's like, if I did actual work at my job, there is no, like,
yeah.
I just have time. Like,
you watch over things.
I watch, basically. I just make sure fucking nobody, like, lights the building on fire, and I put paper in the printers.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was watching Oz, and I go through, like, a streaming site that's, like, has a bunch of fucking ads and shit.
Yeah.
And normally, I just, like, click out of them, like, whatever. It's like, oh, like, fucking Voob, alright. Fucking exit out of that.
Yeah.
The one came up today, though, that it was, like...
How to cook crack.
It was like this thing, and it popped up, and it was like really, it was like official looking, and it had like a picture of Obama on it, like pointing, and it had like it was all in like red, white, and blue and shit like that. And
the official side of the government.
Exactly. And then like, how sometimes like a web page will pop up, and then there'll be like a little box that comes up that says like, like you've won, or like
a pop-up,
as
are known.
This is like kind of a pop-up for the pop-up.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one came up, and it was like, this computer has been caught, like, looking up illegal things on the internet, like, and then it was like, it was like child pornography has been viewed on this computer, and it didn't look legit, but you couldn't, like, exit out of it, so, I mean, it was sketch, but not my personal computer, so I don't care. Anyway, and then I was scrolling through it, and I was just kind of, like, looking at it, because I was like, this is crazy, like, this is, like, a scam to, like, try to get me to do shit.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it was, like, at the bottom, it was, like, how do you avoid, like, the government...
Send $200.
Pay $300, like, log into, like, and then it gave, like, like, some, like, third-party, like...
Did you fucking pay it?
No, of course
Why
not.
didn't you?
Because I didn't watch any child pornography. I'm no homo.
Yeah, but I've heard of that shit.
It was crazy. It was just like, pay $300, and if you looked at child porn, it's okay.
Get a picture of Obama.
Yeah, it's just like like looking serious, like, and like pointing at something.
He's pointing at you. He's like, hey, you.
It wasn't quite that extensive, but it like kind of blew my mind. It was way more
advanced.
Not kind of advanced. It was way more dedicated. Like,
oh yeah.
Like than most, like, pop-ups. So like, oh, like, world's most crazy rope swing, or like. You want an iPod. This was like, or you looked at child porn, pay $300, and it'll be okay.
I wonder, like, how many people have actually gone through with that?
I mean...
Maybe some, like, not computer...
Savvy person.
Person who happens to be into child porn, maybe?
Maybe.
Which is very dumb. That's a very small demographic, I think, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like $300. I've like, have you heard of the viruses where you would get a virus, and then... it would basically say the same thing, but it would lock your computer, and it would display that message saying send $200 to alleviate the charges or something. And if you have a webcam, it will hack. It won't hack, but it will hack into the webcam, and it will take a picture of you, and then it will like display it, and it'll be like, we have your picture, and send $200 to not be charged with owning child pornography.
Huh. I have heard of that. I know it was like, I just heard that it was like, basically your computer got taken like hostage, and then you just have to pay like a few $100 or whatever, and like they'll supposedly you'll get your computer back or whatever.
That'd be nice. It's like, alright, let me break out my credit card.
Whoop. Man, I'm fucking, I don't know, kind of like not having a computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like shitty. Sometimes it's like I don't check my email nearly as much.
Yeah.
Watching TV at my apartment is like I don't really do it anymore. I just watch movies all the time.
Yeah.
And I lost all my fucking. I don't have access to any of my pirated shit or
You're right.
my extensive pornography collection. Just kidding. It's not that extensive.
Yeah.
Anyway, it sucks not having a computer, but it's also kind of liberating. It's just like I'm all mobile now, like tablet, smartphone, the cloud.
Hanging out in the coffee shops.
Exactly.
With your iPad or your your
My Acer Iconia tablet.
now only $99.
It was almost $200.
Yeah, it was a plug. We're getting paid by them.
That's true.
They're gonna see this and be like,
This is a decent. I would recommend it.
Yeah.
This is an affordable tablet.
You know, I have thought about getting a cheap tablet because or just like something for laying on the couch and that shit. And I also like before I go to bed, I like to watch some videos on YouTube on my phone. I feel like I get to go to sleep real nice. Like maybe watch a Red Super A video or something, like a long play they're doing. That's something that's like 8 hours long or something, and then spread it out over the course of like a week or 2 weeks, and then it's just nice. It's like a TV show for me basically is what YouTube can be, which can be nice.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube's a new version of the TV box.
Have you heard of? Oh fuck, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a Mortal Kombat YouTube series.
I haven't heard of that at all.
It's dope. It's like I watched there are 2 seasons out, and I watched the first one, and it's fucking tight.
It's a TV show?
Yeah. Well, it's not like it's the episodes. I think the longest episode's like 12 minutes long or something.
Is it animated?
No, it's live action.
It sounds really lame.
It's not. Like that's the thing is it does sound lame. So basically, this guy like a few years ago, like when we were in high school, he made this trailer for a Mortal Kombat movie. He made just like a fake trailer.
Yeah.
And it was like so dope that they were like actually gonna make the movie.
Really?
And it was like kind of like a re-envisioning. It's like Reptile isn't like a monster. He's like a dude with like this disease that turns his skin into like hardened, like the cells have hardened.
Yeah.
And it's like Johnny Cage is still like he's like he's like an action star, like basically like Jackie Chan except like a white dude.
Yeah.
But he like does all of his own stunts. He was a martial arts like world class champion and shit.
Right.
And it's just like it's like super dope. The trailer is, and then the movie never got made, and so he like made this like YouTube miniseries, and people were really into it, and then they made a second season.
How long is it? Like, what's the
basically
how many episodes is the first season?
The first season is like I want to say like 12 episodes, and basically it's like 1 episode per character. They just do a different character in every episode.
Oh, okay.
And it tells their story. It's pretty dope. Haven't watched the second season, but definitely want to.
Oh, what's this called?
I wish I remembered. It's like if you just type in like Mortal Kombat like YouTube series, you'll find it's like Mortal Kombat, like Reborn or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, pretty kick-ass.
It's
cool.
Possibly check that out. I don't know.
I know you're in Mortal Kombat, so.
Yeah, I like Mortal Kombat. Fun games.
Yeah. No doubt. I hope they make another next gen Mortal Kombat game, like a sequel to the Mortal Kombat game that came out a few years ago.
It was that one for like PS3 and Xbox 360. That was pretty good. The storyline sucked, but like you're not gonna be able to find a good storyline for a fucking fighting game.
Like that's just not
I just like the way the storyline went. It was basically, you're just like very little dialogue, and it's always usually kind of stupid. Like I don't know, some sort of tournament, some sort of Mortal Kombat. I don't know what it is, but it basically like fucking they got a little conflict. Oh, but now it's a handicap match. It's just all this constant fighting, and you couldn't be one character. You had to basically beat everybody once, which I didn't really like. But it's an interesting game mechanic to I guess prep you for being different people and seeing who you like in the when you're doing versus mode.
It like kind of prevents you from just like having that mentality of, like I want to play Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion's the best.
Oh, I mean, Scorpion is my main, but
yeah. He's got like, he's also got like really easy combos and shit.
He does. But I mean, it's like Raiden's teleport is super easy. Like every character has like their cheap
down up or
moves.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the thing is with fighting games too. I just I have a really piss poor memory, and so I just like it's just irritating when I have to go like into the command or the the pause just to look at what it is, and then forget it 2 seconds later.
Yeah. I can definitely understand that. Also, I have a hard time rationalizing paying $60 for
Oh
a fighting
yeah.
game.
Oh, absolutely. In a like, let alone a fighting game.
Yeah,
you know,
$60 for any game is
yeah,
like it's kind of like I don't know, but for a fighting
yeah. You got to
game,
think about that.
it's like the only fighting game I've ever been like, I need to get that was Injustice, and even then, I like didn't buy it full price.
Yeah. Well, how much was that?
I got it for 45, but like
That's okay.
I got it on sale like right at like it was like 2 months after it came out maybe,
Right.
so it was pretty dope. Should play Injustice. Haven't played it since I beat it.
Yeah. One game I absolutely have no problem paying $60 for is going to be Dark Souls 2, which is coming out.
Yeah.
It comes out Tuesday, March 11th, I believe, for Xbox 360, or yeah, you know, all those platforms except for PC, and then PC comes out April 25th. So that's gonna be fucking great. I cannot wait for that. Love Dark Souls 1. Played a little bit of Demon Souls, but I don't know, it's not the same. It feels really weird.
It's hard to take a step back.
And in Demon Souls, there's no bonfires. There's no checkpoints. If you die, you go back to the beginning of the level, which really sucks. And the levels are huge. Basically, what it does is the way you get checkpoints is the level design is really good in that you go this way and you make progress, and then like you unlock a shortcut. From like you keep unlocking shortcuts to the destination, so that's alright. But
That's
like
cool.
I like bonfires because it's more like a surefire thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently, and Dark Souls 1, it didn't come out for PC right away. They did a port, I believe, like a year or a few years later, and the port wasn't very good. Like the controls were pretty bad.
That's what I heard.
You got to use a controller for it, otherwise it's kind of unplayable. Well, not unplayable, but it's like very impairing apparently. And they like came out and said, yeah, this is a really bad port. We are apologizing for that. And for Dark Souls 2, what they're doing is they're not doing a port. They're like making a parallel. They're making it parallel.
There's gonna be like a PC.
Yeah, there's gonna be a PC version. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I would much rather wait a month just so I can get that.
Yeah. And I mean, having it for PC will make up for the wait. I'm sure. Like.
Yeah.
It'll probably look better. I don't know if mods are a Dark Souls.
I haven't checked out any mods on Dark Souls 1, but I know there are some. But yeah, that'd be real tight. I wonder when Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be coming out for PC. Because Rockstar would be real dumb for not doing that, especially with the sales. People would be double buying and triple buying with the PS4 and all that. Definitely. I feel like their timing was perfect for this because it was just before the PS4 and Xbox One came out, so people were buying it for the PS3s and shit. And then when it came out, people like double buying it, and then I don't know, like with this whole PC thing, you know, people are gonna be like possibly triple buying it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll double buy, but just because I don't have a ton of extended interest in the online, you know what I mean? I'll just play single player on my Xbox. Like I'm not gonna get rid of my Xbox.
Right.
So why would I buy it again?
Actually, I kind of lost interest after I beat the main story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of like I just kind of cooled down. I played it like a bunch for I feel like a month, and then I just kind of lost interest a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still like I played like halfway through, and then I started playing multiplayer. Pretty much only played multiplayer for like a couple months, and then stopped playing it and started playing. Sleeping Dogs.
Oh yeah, that's right, because that was free.
Yep. Still like Sleeping Dogs. Still plan on finishing it. Still plan on finishing fucking GTA 5 as well.
Right.
And I don't know. Conflicted about Red Dead Redemption. It's like
why is that?
It's a fun game. I like it. I have a hard time thinking of reasons or things that I can say that like indicate me not liking it, but I'm just not really compelled to play it. It's like earlier I was like, before I went to work, I was like, all right, I'm gonna like chill out and like, you know, maybe play a game or something. And I was just like, oh, like what game should I play? I was like, I don't really feel like playing Red Dead Redemption. Really, it's just not.
Yeah.
It's like some games I'm like, all right, I need to play more. I need to see what happens next.
And you did play it once before, and it is gotten a little dated now. It's still a great game, I believe, but you really got to be in the mood to play that game. It's got its own certain thing going on for it.
It's not like taking a step back from GTA 5. Like Red Dead Redemption is, I would not consider it an old game, even though, I mean, it's a few years old.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's, like, outdated or anything, but it's, like, going from playing GTA 5, like, a couple months ago to playing Red Dead Redemption, which isn't just a step back, like, in terms of, like, you know, GTA 5 came out last year, Red Dead Redemption came out, like, a few years ago, but also just, like, I don't know, it's like in GTA 5, there are tons of different cars, you can customize them, you can customize your appearance, like, totally.
Yeah, you
There's
can't
tons of shit
customize
you
your
can
horses.
buy.
What the fuck's up with that?
No customizable horses.
I can't get these no sweet spinner hooves.
Well, it's even like, when I first bought it, I got the Warhorse DLC.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Just like came with my pre-order, and I still have it.
Yeah, the Warhorse
So
is
it's
tight,
like-
I believe.
it's
It's
just
like real
like-
fast, ain't it?
It's just like, I have the best horse in the game already.
Yeah.
So it's like, that kind of took out the entire
Disenchanting.
element of like, getting better horses, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, it's just like one small aspect of the game, and like, overall not a big deal, but it's like, in games, I like to work for things and like get stuff. It's like, I
Yeah.
like having nicer cars and
Rewards.
like, exactly, but it's like, alright, I'm already starting this game off with pretty much like the best horse.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know.
Kind of kills a part of it.
Yeah, and it's just so much. It's like, I don't know. I think driving around like in a fully realized like city is a lot more fun than like riding your horse through the desert.
Yeah, like I said, it's like kind of it's not a one-trick pony, but it does, you gotta be in the right mood to play that game. It's not, it's accessible. Something like GTA 5 where it's like, oh, I can just like kill people. Like I can just do ridiculous things and have fun with that. Which,
That's true.
GTA's got that going for it. You can, that's what I like. I don't like Saints Row that much because I just don't like. It feels way too cartoony, and I hate the sense of humor. I think it's really dumb.
It is a dumb sense. I only
Like-
played a little bit of the third one, and I
Yeah.
liked it, but I agree. The sense of humor is just.
I don't
it's,
think it's very funny.
it's like, oh, if I was 13 and like.
yeah, if I was-
If I was 13 and way more immature than I was at 13, like.
yeah, no, it's like you got a dildo bat. That's funny, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, it just seems like, like kind of like the humor, just like it is immature and like
Pandering.
not that I'm immature at all, but it just it is kind of pandering.
Yeah.
But well, we could talk about our next topic. We could do a little transition. So you said Luke told you about Mr. Prescription Mr. Prescription Fraud.
Mr. Prescription Fraud.
Luke had a bit of an accident last night. Fucking had a party here at my place, and Luke came. He's a little drunk, and
He was drinking Crimson Death.
he was crimson. What was he drinking, by the way? What was it?
Crimson Death. I don't know what it is, but I do know that it has like this workout powder they take before they work out that gets them super pumped up in it. It has, I think the last time he did it had NyQuil in it.
the
And it's just,
fuck?
he said, you remember that big bottle? Like
Yeah.
this big like Kirkland sized bottle?
Yeah.
He said like a quarter of it was vodka.
And then what was
And
all in the red?
Other shit. It had that fucking workout powder in it. It probably
What the
had other
fuck?
types of liquor in it. Crimson Death, I think, is just kind of like, I'm gonna put a bunch of crazy
Is this
shit.
a thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think like another crazy thing happened the last time. Like not as crazy as what happened. But
I'll
last
just
night.
stick to my beer. But
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
I'll just stick to my beer. Fucking anyway, had a party at my place. We're here, and apparently they were wrestling in the hallway, and then a friend of mine comes up to me and he goes, "Some dude just broke his fucking leg in the hallway," and I instantly go, "Oh great, that's fucking perfect. This is a great way to spend my night." Now I gotta. Now, people are talking about calling ambulance and what they did and all that. I go over there, and of course, like, Luke is just howling in pain, and you can see, like, a lump in his skin, like, just kind of, like, pushing, and, sure, like, no doubt in my mind, of course, he fucking broke his leg. They're, like, wrestling in my tiny hallway, when you add alcohol, in a tiny hardwood, like, just shit fucking hallway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I went over there, and then, like, I got, like, fucking 5 different people telling me to call the ambulance. I was like, fucking hold on a second. Because, like, I don't know, just like, I'm throwing a party. There's definitely a few underage people here drinking. I'm not opposed to calling the ambulance because my friend is in fucking pain, but just, like, give me seriously half a second to, like, comprehend what's going on here. Besides, like, people yelling at me, call the ambulance.
There's a bit of kush smoking as well, so...
Yeah, there was definitely smoking going on inside.
So, like, that's kind of a situation where it's like, all right, we should call the. I'm not saying you shouldn't have called Nate.
Yeah, let's just let's kind of get everybody out and let the crack open a window or something. We got a whole lot of things going on here. They have a whole lot of illegal things. But yeah, fucking my roommate called the ambulance and they said they're on their way. And I think as soon as he said that, everybody just left. Like everybody was
I'm glad, dude.
Yeah.
I have fucking so I've been at probably like 10-ish parties that have been busted.
Yeah.
But I've only been at the party when it was busted twice, and it was in my apartment.
Yeah,
every other party that I've ever been to that's been busted, I like ducked out like a little bit before it happened, and that's what happened last night, dude.
I've done that before too.
Kept the record going.
I've definitely one time there was a party and I was going outside for a cigarette and I heard a knock right as I put my hand on the door and I looked at the fucking people and I saw a cop right there. I basically just backed out. I told the owner of the place and then I slipped out the back door and then I lit a cigarette up and walked home.
Slick.
It's just like I don't want to fucking deal with this.
Oh, absolutely not. And
because everyone fucking panics.
Yeah, it's like cops.
I know. It's never a big deal. Basically, they tell everybody get the fuck
it's like
out.
Leave. Basically,
yeah, it's
that's
like
exactly what it is.
It's
just like
if there's
leave.
a few underage people, and there always is. But yeah. So then everybody left. Basically, we're just waiting for the ambulance to come, and actually, the first one who came was with the cops, and the cops came like extremely quick. I want to say like less than 10 minutes. I want to say like 7 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, just insane fast. They come in and I show them where they're at and all that, and they're just kind of waiting until the ambulance comes. There's still like some leftover people there at the party and shit. Cop goes up to me and is like, "Yeah, you live here?" And I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "You guys having a little bit of party?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah," because like, of course.
What are you gonna say? No,
there's like
chill, quiet, not at home.
Well, yeah, no, it's a quiet Saturday night, officer. While there's like fucking just beer everywhere, and I think Bill knocked over the beer pong table and like fucking liquids went everywhere. It was a mess. My place was a fucking disaster last night. He tells me, like, serious tone, he's like, "All right, well, you need to get everybody out right now." I was like, "Okay, yeah," and then I got everybody out, and then they're just kind of waiting around. Ambulance came, and they basically checked it out. They put him in a split or something, I believe. And then they were just asking him a bunch of questions. Luke was like a fucking trooper. He was just like making jokes and shit. Because he was all drunk and shit. He was like, doing his thing, making the best of it.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the cops or like the paramedics found it funny. Of course, like, I don't know. They felt they're really uptight, real uptight. I don't know, like, just seemed kind of scoffing. Like, I don't want to say that, but like, you know what I mean. Just kind of looking a little down, just like, a little condescending. Like, yeah, especially the cops. The cops were being really condescending, and one of them was like, he stood over Luke with like his hands in front of him like this, just kind of like acting like a guard or something. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing because I don't know what he expected to happen. Maybe in case Luke went crazy or something because he's drunk.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess too. But he was just standing over him. It felt he was weird to me.
Sounds weird. Glad I wasn't here for it.
Yeah. I was all stressed out, except like my roommate was. He was actually more calm than I was. I thought it was gonna be the other way around, but I was like, it's not. I wasn't calm. I was just like, I need a fucking cigarette. I need a fucking cigarette, and I need a beer, and I need a shot, and I need everybody out of my fucking apartment right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then the fire department came.
No shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the fire department came. They had them pulled up in a fire truck, and they had the.
No shit.
The siren going off and shit. Not the siren, but like the lights. They had the lights on right outside my place.
Huh.
They came in. I think it's because Luke's kind of a big guy, and so they had to carry him out in a stretcher. They like got the fire department for that.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because like the paramedics, it was one dude, who wasn't very big, and it was a gal, like. Not saying that they're not strong or anything, but like I don't know, Luke's a pretty big guy or something. I don't know why they didn't like. I guess they could have.
I was thinking, well, the cops were. I mean, Luke.
Yeah, the cops were
Luke's
there.
a big dude, but he's not like
massive.
I'm a bigger dude than he is.
Yeah,
like,
you are.
He's like, and I feel like 2 cops should be able to carry me out of an apartment on a stretcher. You know what I'm
I
saying?
honestly don't know why the fire department was there, actually, now that I think about it.
I mean, like, Luke is a big dude because he's, like, real ripped. Like, he's got he's, like,
Yeah,
muscles
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
But he's not, like, we need assistance carrying this man out of here. Like,
All right, bring in the crane.
Exactly.
We're going to have to rip the roof off this goddamn place.
That's when somebody says, like, they called the fire department to get somebody out there. I picture somebody who's, like,
Somebody's trapped in the wall or
not
something.
somebody who's fucking, like, works out regularly and fucking is, like, muscly and shit.
Yeah. So then they got the fire department there, and I think they gave Luke some drugs or something. I think they gave him some painkillers right then and there.
Speaking of prescription fraud.
Yeah, speaking of all that shit, all these painkiller talk, yeah, I think they hook up an IV or something, and like they're asking me if he's allergic to anything and all that. When they got the stretcher out, fire department came in and carried him out, and then the cop comes and talks to me, and he's like, all right, we're not looking to give you a ticket because of the circumstances, but he just kind of gave me a warning, you know, and then he's like, also as a heads up, you may be getting a call from insurance people because it happened here.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I don't have to deal with that.
I think the only instance in which you would have to, like, really deal with it in any capacity beyond, like, talking to some insurance people would be if Luke was like, I want to sue them because I broke my leg in their apartment or something. But, like, obviously that's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Somebody told me that the guy who broke his leg, which is not really... Adam told me that Ken, the other guy, the guy who, like, broke his leg, told me that, like, basically what happened is that Luke fell, and then Ken fell on top of him, and that broke his leg.
Okay.
So,
I didn't see it happen at all.
Obviously I didn't see it happen either.
Actually, I got like a little video on my phone. Someone sent it to me. It's not of the actual leg breaking, but it's the start of the, like, little wrestling match.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I want to see it too.
Yeah, I also got a picture of, like, all the fucking cops and the paramedics and Luke on the floor in my hallway.
Dude, you gotta show that to me.
I will show that to you. Fucking Luke was like really pale. It was kind of freaky.
If you broke your leg, you'd probably be pale too.
I guess so. I haven't seen anyone break their leg. Well, I broke my leg, but like I was fucking like 8 or something. Yeah, it's crazy. Luke was really pale. It was weird. It was like I was worried. But yeah. Then, they all left. I went outside for a cigarette, and, like, the neighbors were all out, and they're asking me what happened. I was like, my friend broke his fucking leg when I was throwing a party. Yeah, then a third of the people decided to come back. Because, like I said, I didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, when I came back, I was like, weird amount of people here for, like, considering the cops were just
No,
here.
everyone was gone, but then they came back, and they kind of chilled on my couch for a little bit, and then my roommate he wasn't about that, and so he was like saying if anything happened, it would be my responsibility. And then I thought about that. I was like, yeah, I don't want to like have to deal with a ticket.
Yeah.
Because there is definitely a chance it can come back for some crazy reason, and I don't want that at all.
Definitely. I mean, once your party gets busted and the cops will let you have people leave, generally best to not.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
come
like,
back.
You know, you just don't want to risk, like, the cops, like, cruising around and being like, let's go see if that party started back up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like...
They're saying it's a really busy night for him. I didn't press it all.
I bet, dude. Like, first warm night of the year, like, people are out partying, like...
Yeah,
I'm sure this weekend in Iowa City, people were going fucking... I mean, typically, I do not go wild, and I went wild this weekend, so I imagine... A lot of other people did too.
It's this weather. It's the daylight savings, actually. It gets everybody's blood flowing for a good party.
Blood flowing.
Blood thrown out the land.
Yeah.
Especially actually, no blood on my plate.
No blood on the
No blood at all.
No blood on the leaves?
No blood on the leaves. I actually kind of, like, fucked up my tile, like, my hardwood a little bit. Not significant at all, but, like, he parted it somehow. Like, you can see the bottom, but you can see, like, the laminations beneath it, which is strange. I think it's kind of cool, actually. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, yeah.
Like, it's like half an inch wide. It's interesting. Like, I look at that and I'm like, that's probably where it happened. Where someone broke something.
Somebody broke that. It's a good story though. Like,
yeah, it's a good story. Like you said, I was all stressed out last night, but people were telling me. I think it might have been you. Like, yeah, it'll be a good story.
And I mean, sucks more for Luke than it does for you. Like,
yeah,
Luke's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
Adam told me he's gonna have to have, like, surgery and shit because they have to, like, screw his
I heard
fucking leg back together.
Holy shit, that's really
fucked
sucks.
up.
Yeah, He was texting me last night at like 4 a.m. I was like right about to go to sleep. He said, yeah, he's in the hospital, and that he said I was in the hospital, and that it was really busy, and that he's been doing a lot of waiting, and it was a compound fracture, and something like that. So that sucks. Have you seen him all today? Or?
No,
He is your roommate.
I know. I feel weird that I haven't seen him, but it's like I get up this morning before I went to work, and I went over and talked to Adam, and I was like, so is like Luke still in the hospital, or is he here? And Adam told me that he was at our apartment, but he was sleeping, and it's like after that I went to work.
Oh, really?
And I haven't been home
So he's out of the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Adam said that he went to bed at like 7:30 this morning, and Adam went with him to the hospital, so I assume that's when I got back.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's gonna go to class or anything, or what's the deal with that? How's that work?
I think he'll go to class, probably. I mean, I don't know, but I'm guessing he'll probably maybe for like a couple days not go to class. But Luke told me that like one time he had to miss class for like he was going to this thing called hackathon.
Yeah.
And he said that like he was like worried about missing class, and I was like, I don't know, dude. It's like a university sponsored event. Like you know, you can probably get like an excused absence.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's not so much like I'm worried about unexcused absences. It's like if I miss one class, I'm gonna be really behind. So
really?
I think he probably definitely could not go to class for a while. But Luke is, because he's an engineer, I feel like he's pretty dedicated to going to class. And yeah, it's like they have a lot of work to do.
It sounds like all they do is work. Sounds terrible.
I couldn't do it, dude.
No, that's too much work.
It's like it's not like if it was that much work of something I enjoyed, I'd be okay with it, but still stressed out. But it's like I just look at their fucking homework, dude, and I'm like, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
I'm real dumb.
I can't do this. I'm dumb.
Way too stressful.
Yeah, I could not deal with it at all.
Yeah, the dude who broke his leg, Ken, you know that guy at all?
I don't know that guy. He's a friend of Luke's. He's an engineer friend of Luke's.
Really?
Luke and Adams.
He was, I remember I was smoking outside when he came up to a place, and he was like, he wasn't sure if it was his place or not, and like I was trying to get his attention because like, you know, it's my place. I was like, hey, what are you looking for? And he's like, oh, this place, and he was being, I don't know, he was extremely serious and deadpan, like dead face, and he apologized like 20 times for some reason. I don't know why. He just kept apologizing when he was on his way in, like he bothered me severely or something. He gave
me kind of a weird vibe too.
Like he was just kind of like, dude, did you fucking do something? Or like, do you have to apologize for something? I mean, you're just looking for a party, and the party's here. And then when he broke Luke's leg, he was like apologizing and shit too. And it's like, dude, you don't have to apologize to me.
And didn't break my leg.
Yeah, you didn't break my leg. You broke my party, but you didn't break my leg. I don't know. It made me uneasy how many times I was being apologized to.
He didn't apologize to me, but he was super serious. Like,
yeah,
I remember
he was like extremely
I first met
serious.
him, I was like trying to joke. I was like drunk, and I was like trying to joke with him.
Yeah.
And it's like he just like didn't get it, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm just like I'm joking with you, dude. Like, give me a look that's not like.
Yeah,
like totally deadpan.
Yeah, dude, give me something here. Don't fucking make me think you're a serial killer.
Don't stonewall me.
Maybe you wanted to break Luke's leg. Maybe that was his plan the whole night.
That's like his first foyer into fucking serial killing.
Leg breaking?
Breaking a dude's leg at a party on accident.
Yeah, I hear that's how Dahmer got started.
Breaking legs at parties.
Yeah, something like that.
Oof.
So yeah, there's that.
Pretty crazy. Real glad I wasn't here for it.
Yeah.
Bummer Luke broke his leg, though.
It is a bummer. Good man. Good man.
But he'll make it through.
Yeah, he's been through worse.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, the shitty drinks.
Yeah.
the concoctions that man comes up with. Maybe he might take it a little easy now.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Or maybe he'll just go twice as hard. He'll just be like, I can't walk, so I gotta make up for it. Well, how drunk I get.
Hopefully he doesn't break his other leg at the next party or something like that.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
That would be a call for another podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you think we're good here and wrap it up?
You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah. So, all right, folks. If any of you are listening, I know I might be later, sounding my own voice, but take it easy.